Actually, not today because I'm not even at home, right? So I don't have my laptop with me, just my iPad. But I'll just give you a quick update. The stuff that we've been talking about last time, right? Uh, yeah, I was talking about like literally adding your own AWS account and then setting it up. So that's working now. You can literally just go add all the credentials, right? And at that point, you just need to click, one button and it's set up, and it takes around 2 minutes, right? So the process takes 2 minutes. Your account is set up, and then you can go and set up the infrastructure. So that part is done. But what I've changed, I've said that I'm going to probably do, just give it out for free until it's like the MVP is like completed. But I've decided to actually go down the route of pre-sale, right? So I'm gonna allow users like to do some pre-orders, because that's what's actually going to validate if someone is willing to pay for this or not, right? So I'm gonna release this thing, right, together with some kind of like maybe 25% off or whatever, and yeah, I'm gonna see what happens then. So next time I'm going to probably have, I'm sure going to have more to show, but yeah, for today that's it.
You have experience with selling and pricing models with other projects, right? That you've done in the past.
Not really. Not really. This is my like first time, yeah, that I'm also doing this. So what I can tell you, what I'm doing is, for example, if you go, like I said last time, if you remember, I'm currently aiming for no-code developers, right? Wanna help them with building their projects, and the two most popular platforms that I know of are Bubble and Webflow. But it costs, they're just charging you too much for the data storage. So that's why I'm building, what I mentioned last time, CodeSmash, where you can just basically host on your own AWS account, and it's going to be much cheaper, right? So that's what I'm doing right now. So basically trying to reach out to no-code developers and just showing them what I have. And currently, yeah, I got more than 40 signups. Looks like they're interested, but like I said, I don't really have anything to give them. So until they actually, join, until they actually sign up to the website, right? They literally set up their own account and save the first stack that I showed you last time, right? Then they can say, hey, look, this is actually working. My stuff is actually being shown on my own account. Only then can I, expect them to start paying something, right? So that's literally like the next milestone.
Very cool. I'm excited for you. I think CodeSmash is a great idea, and I honestly think somehow you can integrate CodeSmash with Codeless API. Honestly, there's a definite way to integrate the cloud functionality.
Yeah. I'm going to open it up at some point so that people can also create stuff like open source stuff, like providers. Currently, I'm going to be only supporting AWS, right? But since it's all going through Terraform anyway, right? Then anyone can just go and create something for like Microsoft Azure or Google Cloud, whatever, right? It's not that big of a deal. I'm also going to open it up for plugins, right? So there could be a Codeless API plugin. I also intend to, and Khalil, yeah, you should do this too. Just go to Bubble or Webflow, and they also have plugins, and just create your own Codeless API plugin for, Bubble, and people will see it listed there, right? So that's one way to get exposure. So instead of them doing whatever they need to do in Bubble, they can just go to Codeless API and make the whole thing, much easier, and that's it. But yeah, the point is to have an easy integration with what they're already using, right? So if they're already in this Bubble or Webflow ecosystem, right, and they need just this one more thing that you're building, that's the easiest way to reach out to them, to new users.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That's a great idea. And,
yeah.
Sorry, I was interested. So you said you had 40 signups. So how did you get 40 signups?
I literally just posted on Twitter, you can sign up now. Okay, one more thing, and don't know whether you've done that. Probably you didn't. Do you have a mailing list?
I don't. No, I shouldn't have.
Okay, so see, that's the thing. I actually started my mailing list. I created like a landing page, and I can tell you exactly what I used. It's called a MailChimp, right? So like the easiest thing in the world, you just create a landing page with the MailChimp, you buy a domain. And I just said, it's going to be able to do this, it's going to be able to do that. And at first it was supposed to be like, no code website builder like Webflow, right? But later on, I decided that, wait, that's kind of too much of a competition. There is no point in competing with the Webflow, right? I'm going to first try to do something much smaller, which is just building custom backends, right? And yeah, I created a landing page there and started collecting emails. And I was actually able to, until now, collect, 280 emails. And once it was actually ready, right, I've created some of the stuff that I've shown on the last session. Yeah, just 40 signups were there. And wow. I did notice that, yeah, some of the people who are in my mailing list are actually in the signups. So yeah, it does work. You need to just create a mailing list, and that's it. It's not that big of a deal.
That's really cool, man. That's a lot of people signed up. That's awesome.
Yeah, quite a lot.
Very cool.
And you have to make sure just focus on a niche. Just don't go too broad, right? Like building something that's encompasses everything. Just try to pin down your niche. Like I said, like no code developers, right? Specific platform, mention like their platform, like Bubble, Webflow, or whatever, and then target them. That's going to be much better than just trying to reach everyone.
Mm-hmm. Good advice.
Yeah, advertise like that.
Yeah, I can definitely say for myself, I don't have much experience with marketing or branding. I'm just an engineer. I'm just out here, but
just building stuff.
But that's part of why I want to start incubators, is to get not only the exposure out of and talk about the technology, but to also just get ideas as to how do I like learning marketing through like sharing through each other. So it's just valuable because as a indie dev, you got to do it on your own unless you want to start into a startup or whatnot. So you got to learn all the skills. You got to be the complete solopreneur / engineer. But yeah, it's just good. That's why communities like this are important, I would say.
Yeah, absolutely. It doesn't work without you doing the sales, right? So if you actually watched some of those Y Combinator videos, right? They literally say, when you start your startup, right, do not outsource sales. The person who is the founder needs to do the sales at first, right? Because only then are you going to learn who your customers are and what your customers need. And then you're going to be able to understand what to build. So you just have to do sales, whether you like it or not at first.
Absolutely.